Oh my gosh, there are so many great musical artists out there, especially the females. Like, don't you love Beyonce?
Yeah, I love Beyonce.
I mean, don't you love Adele?
Yeah.
What about J-Lo?
I don't know her. But anyways.
T-T-T-T-K-O-O-O.
Hey everybody, welcome to TKO TV. I'm Kev Kev.
I'm Twilight.
And today is a very special day. It's Music Monday.
And we're talking about the legend, the icon, the singer, Mariah Carey.
Yeah, Mariah Carey.
We're going to start off with her career. So Mariah's career has spanned 26 years. She came out in 1990. Her first album was Mariah Carey. It spawned 4 #1 hits. And the amazing thing about that is that those were her first 4 singles, like
back to back.
That's
back
crazy.
To back. Like Drake can do back to back. This chick went back to back to back.
Back. Actually, she has 5 #1 singles in a row because after her self-titled album, she released Emotions, and the lead single for that, which is Emotions, You Know. That went to #1. So that was 5 singles in a row within a 2-year span, like 90 and 91. That's
Imagine
crazy.
Anybody capturing that amount of attention this day and age.
That's crazy. So then she released, after Emotions, she released Unplugged, and she got her 6th #1, which was I'll Be There. Then after that, she released Music Box. She had 2 #1s off that album. She got Dream Lover. Then she got Hero, the Disney ballad.
Cheesy ass.
I don't like that song. Then after that, she released the Christmas album, and everybody knows All I Want for Christmas. That's
the best Christmas song ever.
Then she released Daydream, and Daydream had 3 #1 hits, and it also has the longest #1 hit ever in Billboard history.
And I know you're shining down. Cheesy song too, but it's an
No, it's
song.
not. The 3 #1 she had on the album was Fantasy, which debuted at #1. She's the first female ever to debut at #1. Then after that, One Sweet Day. It debuted at #1 and stayed there for 16 weeks. Who does that?
That's a lot.
Who does that? That's crazy. A year later in '96, she released Always Be My Baby, and that went to #1. Around this time, her voice started to change. Her voice wasn't as powerful as it used to be. She would crack when she hit a certain run.
She did crack.
No, don't try that. That's
later.
wrong singer. A year later in '97, she released Butterfly, which is a really good album. She had 2 #1s off of that album. Honey, which debuted at #1, so she had 3 singles debuted at #1. She had My All, which was a year later in '98. But the problem with that album is that it wasn't getting promoted like her previous albums because she was getting divorced from her husband, who was the top head at Sony at the time.
If you didn't know, Mariah Carey did so well in the beginning in the music industry because she literally slept underneath the music industry.
That's not what it is.
night.
She had talent. Like everybody loves her.
But
no.
but
I mean, I guess
her legs up definitely gave her a leg up. If you can't tell by now, I love Mariah. I really do. She's a good artist, but I don't stand for her like this one over here. I can't. There's a lot of dark times, and we're getting to those.
All right, whatever. So after Butterfly, she released Rainbow, and this is kind of the period where she kind of went a little ticky boom.
This is where she lost her freaking marbles. I don't know where she lost them at.
It's because her label wasn't letting her do what she wanted to do. She had 2 #1 singles off of that album too. She had Heartbreaker, then Thank God I Found You. And she only recorded the album like within like a short period of time, like I think it was 2 months, 3 months.
Quick turnover, uninspired.
She just wanted to end her contract with Sony. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So then after that, she released Glitter, which was a soundtrack to a movie about basically kind of like her life, but it really wasn't. Honestly, I think that movie was really good, but the problem with that movie is that it was released too soon. She was only out for 10 years. The 80s had ended like
It was set in the 80s.
It was set in the 80s, but the 80s ended 11 years ago.
Yeah.
So people weren't really on that 80s craze until like the mid-2000s. So
and also the public perception at that time was that she was a ticky boom boom.
Yeah, she was TRL.
If you don't know, she went on TRL with a little short little shirt on and was going like this to Carson Daly trying to get him to touch her. Like,
she's like, how she pushed the ice cream.
I guess the record industry really pushes you to do crazy things.
But the shade was the song that was playing when she came out was J-Lo. That was the shade. Let me tell you why she went a little bit crazy. Let me give y'all a little bit of tea. When Glitter came out, the lead single for that album was Loverboy, and Loverboy went to number 2. But originally, the song was supposed to use a sample that J-Lo took from Mariah Carey, and she was pissed as hell. And ever since then, Mariah does not fuck with J-Lo. And J-Lo worked with her ex-husband. J-Lo was supposed to be like the next Mariah on her label, even though she can't sing. So after Glitter flopped down the charts, which she doesn't claim to this day, she did Charm Bracelet in 2002, flopped, even though I like that album. Because I'm a lamb.
That was her dark period. That whole stretch, it was just like the public perception was that this lady had lost her mind, and there was like, who's checking for her? That was when teen pop was going on. That's when
and
was big, and she was just an aging pop star.
Yeah, she's in her 30s, like early 30s. You know, ageism. People only cared about teen pop. Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, all that stuff. So her career kind of dwindled. Then we went to The Emancipation of Mimi in 2005. The best album of that year.
Best comeback story.
Yes, actually, that's actually a good, she probably has the best comeback story ever because she went 5 years without a #1 hit. Then she released It's Like That. Then after that, the legendary ballad We Belong Together, which is a classic, went to #1 for 14 weeks. And the single after that, Shake It Off, was blocked by #1 by my girl Mariah. Then the next #1 after that was what's it called? Don't Forget About Us, and I forgot about it. But I love that song. Yeah, that's the funny thing. Everybody forgets about that song, but it went to #1. So then after that, her success there, she took a break and released an album in 2008 called The Emancipation Mimi Squared, or Equal MC Squared. The lead single, which it went to #1, Touch My Body. Touch My Body. And then after that album, she released Memoirs of an Imperfect Angel in 2009. Obsessed came out. And then around this period is when you start to get a little bit cloudy. So then it was a big gap between her next album, which was Me, I Am Mariah, the elusive chanteuse, which flopped. But it's a good album.
Me, I Am Mariah, the elusive chanteuse. I wonder why that album didn't sell.
It didn't sell because it wasn't promoted well.
And it was
even though she had a top 20 hit.
One top 20 hit.
Yeah. That's still a top 20 hit.
So right now, after the Me, I Am Mariah, she went into her Vegas residency, the #1. She's been doing that for a little while, and we're kind of eagerly anticipating her next move in the music industry because she's been doing the, she on HSN selling stuff. She got the 1,000,000 different fragrances. She's doing a whole bunch of different stuff, but
she's worth $500 million.
Empire, she's on the Empire. She's doing a lot of things.
Yeah, she's starting to try to
as far as the record industry, where are you?
That was her career, and I want to talk about her voice.
The absolute best thing about her is her voice. Like, nobody else can emote the way that she does.
The weird thing about her voice, it changes a lot. Like, you listen to her when she first came out. 1990 from 1993, her voice is very dark. And then, like...
big, black.
Yeah, and then when you come from 1993 to 1996, her voice is very light and girly and airy, and, like, she can...
bubblegum pop.
She's like, she can hit all these runs and stuff like that, and then, like... It's like, that for me, that was her best period ever when she can sing. Like, that time period was amazing for her. Like, her voice was so fluid. She can, like, oh my God. Her voice was like butter, like icing.
But I think it got better in the next period, which I guess started with the Butterfly album.
Because she got the
went
rasp.
all the way until when she couldn't sing no more. But her voice was so much raspiness, and there was just like so much more dimension added to her voice.
Like, oh my God, the rasp, the tone, is just, and then around 2001, she started getting her like emancipation voice, where like it wasn't as girly and as light as it was.
Womanly.
It was like she grew up.
Yeah.
She hit her 30s, and honestly, up until 2006, I would say her voice was very, 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 very good. Even though in 2005 and around that time period, she started getting lazy and she couldn't really hit the same run she
and
did.
her voice, the bottom basement, and this comes with aging as a female pop star. You know, your voice just it bottoms out, starts getting lower, and she couldn't really come back, or she hasn't until now come back.
I think so. After Miss Miss Mimi, her voice kind of her voice is very dry now. Like it feels like it sounds like she needs water or something. Mm-hmm. Even though she can still kind of do like a little bit of runs and stuff like that. But it just.
But don't let her sing anything from the first 20 years of her career live, because it's not gonna sound the same.
It's not gonna sound the same. Like the beginning, like her lower range sounds the same from Emancipation Mimi, but her higher belts aren't really like free. They're kind of constrained and forced, and I feel like she needs a vocal coach.
That said, her voice is amazing. It's an absolute instrument. And
it just depends on the day. Some days she sounds like she did in 2005. Sometimes she sounds like she did in 2010. But
I just know that I like a splash dahhhhling here and there on the weekends, and drinking a lot of wine that can really
stop.
You need to put the bubbly away, Mariah. Alright, so my personal favorite Mariah Carey album would have to be The Emancipation of Mimi. I love that album. It was an absolute comeback for her. She looked great. Her voice sounds amazing.
Yeah, she was.
And just the quality of the song. I love the little, she worked with top-notch producers on that album. Jermaine Dupri, Kanye West. Pharrell. Like, she did the damn thing, and she really needs to stay in the studio with great producers and let it flow forth from there. Don't take risks on people you don't know. But she just, there are so many good songs. Fly Like a Brother.
My favorite album by Mariah is Butterfly, because the songs, that whole album flows together. You get an upbeat song, you get like the ballad, you get the depressing song, you get the it's just, and I feel like that was her album that kind of she kind of separated herself from her other discography in the sense of, I'm doing what I want to do, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about and stuff like that. And I just love the sound. I love the sound of the music on it, and she was singing her face off. I feel like that was her last honest album.
My favorite song by Mariah, top 3 would have to be My All. I love My All. That's a really good song. It's such a lovely song. Always Be My Baby. That's such a sweet song. It's like, I think that's like one of her #1, that's a lovely.
And then
lovely
the steel guitar in the background.
Yeah, it's just a good song, and the video, and yeah, and We Belong Together. What other song can you freaking belt at the top of your lungs and really feel like a spirit of love? But one of the greatest things about Mariah is that there's no other better singer to just go all ham on in the shower. Just go off.
So my third favorite Mariah Carey song would have to be I Still Believe. I really love that song. My second favorite would have to be Breakdown. Breakdown is a very good song. It's a very good song. And then my all-time favorite song by Mariah is a B-side, and it wasn't released on any album. It's the song called There For Me, and she really was singing her face off. Like, it's a really good ballad. It has a really good meaning to it, and I really wish it was released on Rainbow. It probably would have made the album way much better than a lot of people think it is.
So what's your favorite Mariah Carey video? What's your favorite short film moment, darling?
My favorite Mariah Carey video would have to be Honey.
I love her little dramatics in the beginning and diving off the...
How about some gum?
Yeah. I think my favorite Mariah Carey video is Always Be My Baby. I remember, that's one of the first music videos I can even remember. Like, after Michael Jackson Thriller, that's the second music video that I remember from my childhood. Because I see this image of her with all the good lighting. All the good lighting. Swinging on that freaking thing. Like, oh my gosh, it just reminded me of like summer camp and just happy daydreamy spirits. And yeah, that's my favorite Mariah Carey video. What do you want to see from your favorite diva in the future?
In the next 10 years, the next man, I just want her to release one more album, try to get one more #1 if she can. You know, do not replace quantity with quality. Please sit down and just kind of, if you're gonna release a song that's like, if you want a song to go to #1, let it be a good song. Don't just release songs that's a trend.
Not really
but
bad.
Yes. Okay. And
don't go Britney on her.
After she releases that album, I just want her to retire.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I feel like she's starting to get that age where you just need to stop because she's supposed to be 50 in the next 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what else can you, like, what 50-year-old do you have on the radio? And I don't want to put her age into it. I feel like that's what's going to, once you get a certain age in the pop industry, you just have to stop because people don't check them.
I think in the next 10 years, Mariah just has to really reinvest in what made her popular and what made her famous in the beginning, which was that voice. And if you don't have that voice, you know, you have to lend on nostalgia. I would love to see Mariah sample herself more. She could be so much more self-referential if she wasn't so scared of being old and having a birthday, an anniversary. If she wasn't so scared of like growing up, I guess. I would think that she could like sample herself more like Janet does it and has fun with it and like integrates that into her music. And I think that works for her because people automatically, you hear like a sample of an older song that was your song anyway. Usher does it, you know, just put little bits of that so that people have that little bit of nostalgia. Because I feel like, you know, she's an oldies act at this point. I'm sorry, I love the girl, but she should rely on being an oldies act.
That's shade because in the next 10 years, Beyonce's gonna be an oldie act.
No.
Because Beyonce is 35 and Mariah's 46.
Okay, but in that time, Beyonce will start being an oldies act, but I think she'll handle it a little bit better. I think she will. What? I just think, no, for real. Like, people have to really, she has to, like, really invest in being the nostalgia factor. I think the nostalgia factor at this point in her career is going to sell her more records than trying to do something new because don't nobody want to hear it.
Consider her an oldies act when her music was popular less than 10 years ago.
So that's where I see her in the next 10
She
years.
still gets money from every single year for All I Want for Christmas.
Exactly, so have fun with it, rehash it. You know, the little thing that she did, she redid that song with Justin Bieber a couple years ago, sold her a couple more records than relying on the same old stuff that she can't sing in the same quality anymore. So
my all-time favorite thing about her is that she wrote almost every single song in her catalog. And
did she? Because I know Beyonce, all she had to do was tack a little extra onto it, and that got her a writing credit. I'm just saying.
You know a Mariah Carey song when you hear one. So that's all I'm gonna say. If you believe what you believe.
But I know that she had a lot of songs that she wrote that weren't very good.
Anyway, that's my favorite thing about her. My least favorite thing would have to be the fact that she needs to kind of humble herself and get a vocal coach. Yeah.
My favorite thing about Mariah, and this goes on top of the voice, I really do. For one, the voice has to automatically go as your absolute favorite thing. But like my second favorite thing I would have to say would be her personality. I love the great big diva dahhhhling and the champagne and the splashes and everything. Like that gives the gays the life. That gives me my life. I just love it. Like I need that diva. There's nobody like that besides Mariah right now. Like, you know, like the big glamorous, the big hair, everything, just ball gowns, like dahhhhling. That's my favorite thing about Mariah. I just love the high drama. My least favorite thing about Mariah is that she just does not commit to preserving her voice. She does not commit to consistency with her catalog. I don't think she doesn't commit to. I need her to get all the way back in it, get in the studio,
Stop
get in the kitchen.
Lip syncing.
Well,
it's obvious.
Sometimes it's better than the alternative.
I mean, I'd rather hear her struggle than to hear her fake mime.
I'd rather hear her mime.
Like, you can always tell when she lip syncs. She always has this smile. Like, she like. But then y'all complain when she lip syncs. I don't get it. But okay.
But I mean, lip sync good and lip sync. Know your lips. Know where you.
That though. I hate when people say, "Oh, she's lip syncing. She's lip syncing."
But lip sync well or dub them. Like go in the studio, sing them how you can sing them in the present day. Sing the song.
That's another thing.
Dub that.
I still don't understand why she lip syncs from stuff from like 1995.
Yeah, like redub it. You can do it again. You can get in the studio. It may not sound great when you put it down, but it'll sound more authentic when you mime to it live.
Yeah, that's our opinions of Mariah and her career.
Alright, so we gotta leave you with the Perloism, as always. And Twilight is gonna handle this Perloism. I don't
Them chickens is ash and I'm lotion.
But anyway, moisturize, hydrate, rest your voice. And don't let the haters get you down. Because I'm a chicken, I'm ashing on Mariah, but lotion that shit up. Show that you can show and prove, and that kids is what you need to do in life. So, alright, bye. Thank you, TKO TV. Like, subscribe, comment. You know, we do this for love, we do this for you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
T-T-T-T-K-O-O-O. T-T-T-T-T-K-O-O-O. T-T. Felix Snow.
What's that?
I don't know. Alright, hurry.
Both of y'all.
Okay, it's recording.
These
It's literally
bitches, these shady bitches ain't fucking text me back, not knowing that I wasn't coming to school today.
Guys, I don't know her.
We don't know her.
I don't
Oh, y'all don't know me?
I
I'm
don't
gonna my motherfucking video with y'all and then fuck y'all bitches. Fuck get some free publicity on
Spread your
my
wings and prepare to fly. Come back.
Wait.
Later. Come back. Like, we're almost done.
Come on.
All right. So where were we? What were we at?